Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little pointers on how do you know if you have a karmic child. Okay, now you can be continuously doing right by this child and leading them in a positive direction, having a positive impact on that child. Okay, and that child could rebel continuously, be very angry all the time, very confrontational, um, very rebellious, don't listen to you, and everything you're doing is for the best interest of them. Reason being is because you have a karmic child. Now, they can actually go to friends or another parent that you know and they know is toxic, and they want to be around the toxic situation, and that is because it's a karmic child. Okay, I have heard several people speak of children that's really rebellious, actually fight their parents, um, not disciplined at all. And reason being, even if they're receiving discipline, being talked to or taking away things that you know they like, and they still continuously be rebellious, talk back, be argumentative, do toxic things daily, constantly, over and over again. It's a karmic child. Okay, and I have heard people talk about children like this, like I said, but this was before I awakened. Now, if you're familiar in a story of, I believe it's David, and he sacrificed his children. Okay, and this story really has to do with a karmic child. I don't know all the details, but David did sacrifice his children. I don't know all the names because I'm not into that Bible. It's all astrology basically, but they have it mixed up and they make it as if it has something to do with man, humans, but it's astrology. It's about the sun and the moon and the cycles of the solar system. Okay, and the universe. That's what it's really about. Okay, I'm not going to go in deep in depth to it, like I said, because I don't read it. It's just certain parts that I have knowledge of. But like I was saying, he sacrificed his children. So that's what these karmic, wicked individuals do, and that's where the karmic child come from. They sacrifice their children. They do spiritual rituals on their children, so they can pass down that generational curse to those children. And someone asked me how would they know if they're dealing with a karmic child, and that's how you will know. Continuously rebellious, continuously confrontational. When you're trying to lead them in the right direction, they won't go, and it'll be two signs: karmic child, or either something wicked is attached to them, and it could be attached from the people they're around or from a television. Television shows is portals, also video games is portals, computers is portals, electronic things. That's what they're attaching themselves to these young children with, and it's sad, but that's how they're attaching them, and they're making them into zombies, where they won't be able to open up their pineal gland. They won't be able to think for themselves because they're memorized. They're in shock. They have been trained. They are being trained by a computer system, okay, by a television system, okay. And they do put knowledge, true enough, in some television shows, and some is strictly for you to fail, and for the children to fail, and for them to get attached to a negative society, a negative behavior, okay, that will put a damper in their spiritual growth, and also attach themselves to their soul, okay. So those are the signs that you want to watch for a karmatic child, okay. I said this on the first video because you have parents that are in the middle of court custody battles for these children, and you have some parents that is continuously fighting and stressing themselves out and really attached to these karmatic children, when these karmatic children have the curse from the other parent, which is a wicked narcissist parent, and they have gave your children that curse. They have passed down your child or either children that curse, and what's going to stop them is maybe if you have maybe 2 or 3, some of them are going to break free, just like how I was born to be a healer. Some of those children is not going to accept that, and they're going to be born out of that generational karmatic curse, because that's how it usually works, okay. I'm the chosen one, so these are things that has come to me, and Spirit said deliver the message. So I want you guys to take notes and just pay attention, be very observing. I'm very observing, I'm very intuitive, I'm very high power on taking in people energy, okay, from a distance sometimes, and when they're really close to me, it's really accurate, okay. That's why I like being alone sometimes, because I take it in very easy. But me as a healer, I know how to use my spiritual armor, my protection, and I also call my energy back. I'm going to let you guys know a very powerful affirmation. I call all my energy back for those who have stolen my energy without my consent, okay? Say that continuously. It really worked. And then sometimes, because it did it with me, the wicked person that is stealing your energy, they will reveal themselves. They will, sometimes people you ain't heard from in years, or they haven't been talking to you, then they'll pop up and they might say hello, or they might try to start a conversation with you. And that's how you'll know that's the person who's been stealing your energy. It's really powerful. So say that 2 to 3 times a day. I am calling my energy back from those who have stolen my energy without my consent. Okay, I just wanted to get on here and shed some light. I'll see you all later. I'm Golden Light, and I'm always here to shed light. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. You hit the like button and follow me for more. Peace and love.